What's up, guys? We are going to do the lightest coverage makeup today. I am starting by priming my face. I'm using a damp perfector sponge and our setting spray. I will let that dry for a few seconds and then I'm going to grab my blend brush. This is going to give a very light application. So with the smaller end, I am tapping into my contour color and I'm going to put that right underneath my cheekbones, on the top of my forehead, and then I will also run my contour along my jawline. This is a great brush because this small end gives a lot of precision and then the fluffier end gives very light coverage. Now I'm just doing a little bit of nose contour, 2 lines inset from the sides of my nose. You can do a little bit underneath your lips, but those are optional. The next step is to tap into your lightest brightening shade, again with that smaller end, and put it on the inner and outer corners of your eyes. If you have contour still on there, you can just kind of wipe that off on a cloth before you tap into your lighter shade. And then I'm just going to put that in a line down the center of my face. You can use your fingers if you need to get down your nose, but that's just going to lighten and brighten. And now I'm going to show you 2 different ways to apply your main color. So this is my main foundation shade that matches my skin tone. You can use that smaller end to kind of dot it on, or you can use the really fluffy end, and that's going to really give a very light sheer coverage. I'm just kind of swiping or tapping that in and putting it anywhere where I don't have makeup. So now I've put my 3D foundation on my face and I'm going to go ahead and start blending. So I'm using that fluffy end to blend. I'm going to start with the lighter foundation colors on my face and I'm just working my way all around. And this is a super fluffy brush, so you're going to see that you really need to kind of work at getting it all blended. It's going to probably take longer to actually blend it than it is to apply the makeup. So you can use small little circular motions, back and forth, kind of tap it on. I'm just going through all of that highlight color and then I'll move on to my contour. And over here, you're going to see on my neck, I'm doing the same thing. You're going to blend downwards. So blend that down onto your neck with that fluffy side. And then I will go ahead and move on to my forehead. My forehead, I decided to kind of start to blend it out with the smaller end of the blend brush just to kind of get those lines softened. So I'm just blending downwards and then I'll use the fluffier end to do a final blending job of my forehead contour. And same thing over here. You definitely want to make sure you're blending upwards on your contour, on your cheekbones. That's going to create lift on your face. So just blend it upwards and keep blending until you feel like it's looking really seamless and just like skin. So I'll go over here to the second side. You're going to blend, 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 just tapping upwards and then using the fluffy side of that brush to kind of blur the edges of that darker shade right there. So now I'm just going to make sure it's all blended. I'm going to go in with my bronzer with the fluffy end and I'm going to tap that onto my forehead. That's where I would naturally get sun. Then I'm also going to bring bronzer down onto my cheekbones. Right there, this is what is going to warm up your face so it looks like you have a little bit of a sun-kissed glow. So just blending that into my cheekbones as well. And then I'm going to take some bronzer down onto my neck. My neck tends to be lighter than the rest of my face, which is very common for women. So if you have that same issue, you can take some bronzer down onto your neck as well. Then I'm just going to use my finger to tap some blush onto my cheeks. And I'm going to use that same color on my lips. I'm going to blend that upwards with the fluffy end of my brush. And then these colors are buildable, so if you want a little more, then just add some more on top until you get it to a shade that you like. I'm going to top that with a glossy lip. You can kind of layer and create your own colors, just adding a little bit of that gloss on my cheeks as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my makeup. So that's pretty much my whole face. This is again is a damp sponge, so get it wet and then squeeze it out. And then I'm towards the end of my setting spray here, so I'm trying to get every last drop. Just kind of tapping that onto your face. With your illuminator, you can use your finger, put that on the tops of your cheekbones. You can add a little bit of illuminator to your Cupid's bow. This is just going to give a really light shimmer When the light hits, it's so pretty. And then setting powder is wherever you want a more matte finish or a little bit of extra protection. I like it under my eyes and in my T-zone as well. And then that's really everything, you guys. Super light coverage. You're going to see it, my freckles and everything kind of shining through, shows my skin. I love the blend brush, especially in summer. It's just the perfect summer makeup application.